Alright, guys, huge shout out to my buddy Hal as well as my boss Carlos over there at Close Survival for making this opportunity a possibility. Uh, Thanks to Hal, what I'll be doing is I'll be testing out a Yankee Hill machine can. This particular one will be the Turbo K. I'll be utilizing my chemo adapter to allow me to actually fix it to two different host weapons for today. One of them being this little shorty 10.5, and the other one will be affixed to a 14.5. Stay tuned to the end. At the end, I'm going to try to knock out maybe a side-by-side with my Surefire Mini 2. Let's go ahead and get into this one. Yeah, I'm good on that. All right, once again, thanks to Hal for providing me with this opportunity. Once again, we're talking about the Yankee Hill Machine Turbo K. Man, this experience is going to be helpful for me, for any of my customers coming in who are actually asking about any possible experience with this can, and now I actually have some feedback for it. Was definitely impressed. I'm not exactly out in the open here, so I was a little surprised I was able to get away with shooting it on the shorter barreled one without actual earmuffs. If you don't normally follow my videos, know that I do always shoot with some earplugs in. My hearing's not the greatest. I lost a lot of it while I was in the military. Also my first year of shooting suppressed when I thought I did not need any ear probe. But with that being said, I was able to get away and fire off multiple rounds on the short barreled here and found it very pleasant in this current location, as well as with only these earplugs in. As far as the experience on the 10.3, ejection pattern was showing it was a little bit over gas, and I was actually getting kind of an erratic ejection pattern. It was anywhere from roughly about that, like, I've not reviewed the video yet, just kind of what I could see out of the corner of my eye while shooting was roughly, I don't know, maybe the 1:32 o'clock, but I also did have some moving off to the 3 o'clock. As far as the 14.5, it was pretty much the same. As far as the setup on both this one and my 14.5, they are both fixed gas blocks, no adjustment. And for comparison purposes, to also include the Surefire one I was shooting, I shot all three uppers with this can with the same exact lower, same exact charging handle, which is the Radian Raptor SD, and the same exact BCG, which is just a standard full mass BCG. With this actual lower, thanks to Carlos for allowing me to use this one. This is our store full auto one. It has nothing more than a standard carbine buffer and spring. So as far as shooting this can, and if you're looking at it being over gas and its ejection pattern, know that I do not have this tuned to be shot suppressed. So that could be mitigated with anywhere from increasing the buffer weight or going to an adjustable gas block. As far as back pressure, the majority of today's shooting, I could actually see the smoke bellowing around me, and as well as a little bit of the footage I've watched so far, I could see that there was definitely gas blowback and everything. But for the majority of it, I never really experienced any gas to the face. Part of that could be due to the Raptor SD charging handle, but also the wind, the location, whatnot. But I did actually get some gas to the face while shooting in the vehicle in an enclosed environment, and also at a few points while shooting out here. The 14.5 was pleasant as well. I don't recall getting any blowback on that one. Once again, it's the exact same setup. The only thing different on that one was a 14.5 barrel with a mid-length gas system over this carbine length one. Really impressed. Let's see. YHM's Turbo K, it is currently on Science Shop for $500. If I remember correctly, it is on back order, though it's not currently available. It's a full auto rated can with a minimum barrel restriction of 10 inches. So even though I could have shot it on full auto on the short one, I didn't want to do that. It's my buddy's can and everything like that. Whenever he's ready to finally come out with me, we could definitely bring out this lower again If you want how, we'll go ahead and then at that time shoot it on full auto. The experience with full auto on the 14.5 though was definitely pleasant. As expected with the increased rate of fire, there was at times where I did get a little bit of the smoke, despite what I think I just said. I don't think I said I got any with that 14.5. I want to say it was as the rate of fire increased, that was kind of where I got it, as well as on this one when inside of the vehicle. Try not to miss anything, trying to do this all on the spot. Haven't really even reviewed any of the footage. For a case-size can, and it is a little bit longer than my Surefire can, extremely impressed with its suppression capabilities on this 10.3, and it worked as I expected for it to work on the 14.5. Once I went ahead and moved into the vehicle, I tried it. I tried it with just the earplugs, and boom, I actually had both ears ringing and everything, which was also to be expected, but I wanted to get that experience despite risking ruining my hearing even more. Went ahead and threw on the earmuffs to finish it out, so outside of that, I won't notice just how bad it was or how decent it was until after reviewing the footage. But if you were going to do it for home defense on a short little 10.3, 11.5 or something, I don't know, you'll probably blow your eardrums out as far as in a home defense situation, unless you're lucky enough for auditory exclusion to kick in to help protect your hearing and everything. I think this one is definitely great for your 14.5, 16 inches and obviously bigger. It's definitely nicely suited, and I could picture that thing even being nicer with like a Plan B or reared end type mount to shorten and reduce the actual weight on it. As far as flash, didn't obviously test that as all of my shooting has been just this morning, but with some of the reviewing of the footage, it definitely seemed decent. There was possibly a little bit more than some of my higher end cans, but it was nowhere near as bad as some of the worst cans that I've tested and everything. So the flash mitigation with what little things I did today, I'll say it definitely did its job and reduced it, but there might have been a little bit more over some of my higher end or higher dollar ones and everything. Hopefully I didn't miss out anything. If I did, maybe I'll have it somewhere down in the caption if that's the case. As far as the Surefire can, doing it back to back. So I have not reviewed the footage, and that's kind of where at the time of shooting and reviewing where I can get my best opinion overall and everything. But in the moment of shooting, man, I'll say that thing did really good. I don't know. Once again, you guys are going to see it before, possibly before me finishing out the reviewing, because I got to hurry up and get out of here and get to work and everything. But that sucker did extremely well at, like, man, half, a little bit less than half of the cost of the Surefire Mini 2. Inside the vehicle, I've shot that Surefire Mini 2 inside the vehicle on a different 10.3, and I had the same exact experience. Put on the muffs, but if you don't know about Surefire already, it's recommended for only 14.5 and longer. So once again, it was expected. So I would say that inside the vehicle, they worked comparably, which is not shown in this video. And on the, let's see, there's a difference of the rifle with the Surefire for this end results and everything. I don't know if I played that yet. I'll play that after this. Let's see. The Surefire was on a 16-inch rifle, mid-length gas system, same charging handle, BCG, same lower, meaning same buffer assembly and everything. Both are fixed gas blocks. Let's see. The Yankee Hill was on my 14.5, and everything was the same except for the barrel was a little bit shorter. Out here in the moment and everything, I thought they both sound awesome. And man, at the fraction of the cost and everything. And then another key point is with the Yankee Hills, it's hub compatible. I got a dead air mount on that sucker, allowing me to fix it to my rifle. So that's huge right there, is the hub compatibility, unlike the Surefire's proprietary one. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Surefire fanboy, but I think I'm rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off there, and let's go ahead and jump into the back-to-back Surefire comparison to the Yankee Hill Turbo K. Thanks, you guys. Peace out.